We've had a number of people who need a better idea of what they're allowed to deduct as an entrepreneur. So hence the reason what we are going to do today, we're going to go over a list of 75 things, 75 expenses that the government allows entrepreneurs, generally speaking, to deduct, i.e. save money. So hey there, my name's Kenneth French. I'm with vastsolutionsgroup.com. Yep, we've been getting a number of different requests from our clients. Our clients are usually entrepreneurs, pretty much all entrepreneurs now, who are asking about some deductions. They're thinking their tax professional might be missing some deductions. So that's what we're going to be talking about, is a list of 75 items that usually the government allows you to deduct as an entrepreneur. And by the way, vastsolutionsgroup.com, what we typically do, tax, finance, and artificial intelligence to lower tax liability for entrepreneurs. But specifically today, we're going to be talking about deductions, hopefully that you can pass on to your tax provider if you're having some problems, or who knows, maybe a tax attorney. These are some pretty common things, but again, this is based on demand from our clients. Okay, number one, you should like this, near and dear to many CPAs, many tax professionals' hearts would be accounting fees. Yes, accounting fees are generally deductible. You don't have to worry about missing that usually, but sometimes that does happen. You, as a business owner, advertising, when you advertise on the internet, when you advertise, let's say, a billboard, usually you get a deduction as an entrepreneur. Amortization, as you probably know, amortization, that's a deductible expense to an entrepreneur and an individual. Auto expenses, let's say your entity, let's just say an LLC, S Corp, C Corp, whatever the case is, has a car. When you, let's say, have to get it tuned up, that car, if it's in your entity specifically, that would be a deductible expense. Now when we're going on to the fifth item on the list of 75 expenses that the government generally allows you to deduct. Let's talk about in general, meaning in general, these items are relative to individuals' situation, meaning you might not be able to deduct something in one case, and if you're another individual, you might be able to deduct it. So what you should do is talk to your tax provider. So I'm giving general advice as it relates to what the government will allow you to deduct. Every circumstance is very specific. So again, you should talk to your tax provider, financial advisor, tax attorney. Banking fees. You got to love those banking fees. Those are actually deductible as well. Your banking fees, especially if you're an entrepreneur, those are deductible. Board meetings. Let's say you're doing a board meeting. Let's say you live in, Seattle, Washington. You want to do a board meeting in, Dallas, Texas. Travel to that board meeting, and everything included with that board meeting is a deductible expense. Building repairs and maintenance, generally speaking, on your, let's say, your apartment, or let's say your office, you're doing some building repairs of some sort, or even maintenance, ongoing maintenance, deductible. Business travel, I mentioned earlier, board meetings. Yep. Your business travel to that trip to Dallas, Texas, as I mentioned, that would be deductible. As an example, your flight, your hotel, some of your meals, depending on the circumstances, all deductible. Business travel is number 8 on the 75 expenses that the government would allow list. All right, business association membership dues. Let's say you're an accountant, as an example. We consult with a lot of accountants and have trained a lot of accountants at vastsolutionsgroup.com. Your membership dues are deductible. Let's say it's $100. Well, hey, as an example, your tax bracket, pretending it's 25%, you would save $25 on that $100 business association membership due. Number 10 of the 75 items that you can expense typically that the government would allow. Number 10, charitable deductions made for business purpose. Yep. Let's say you make, even individually, by the way, you make a deduction or you make a contribution to a charity of some sort. Charitable donation, deductible. Nice, right? You got to like that. You're helping society in some way, and you're also getting a deduction. Children on payroll. Sometimes I know a number of CPAs, EAs, tax attorneys, even we at vastsolutionsgroup.com, we do sometimes suggest that children be on payroll. As long as they're helping you for your business, helping you to grow your business, that's a deduction. That's number 11. Number 12, cleaning, janitorial services, and even supplies. Yep, that's deductible. So whenever you're cleaning up your, let's say your office, whatever you're buying, let's say a vacuum cleaner, etc., deductible. Cameras, remember how I mentioned earlier, people on payroll, kids on payroll, sometimes models as an example are on payroll. You put them on the internet for your website. The cameras you purchase for that, as long as it's a business expense, deductible. Collection expenses. Hopefully you're never thrown into collection or really going after collection for someone who's hasn't paid, that would be a deductible expense. Let's say someone owes you whatever the number is, $100. You have to bring in a collection service, deduction. Commissions to affiliates. Let's say you have affiliate marketing. We have a number of clients who are affiliate marketers. Well, if you pay them out, let's say $100, whatever the case is, that's a deductible expense too. They're helping you to grow your business. Commissions to affiliates, that's number 15. Number 16, computers and tech supplies. A lot of people miss this. If you buy your computer, let's say for $1,000, right, and you're using it for business, that's a deduction. You're helping to grow your business. The government's paying you to grow your business. So that computer, in this case, would be a deductible expense. Let's say you bring in a consultant to help you with your practice. Let's say you're an accountant. Let's say you're whatever the case is. You bring in a management consultant. Yep, that's a deductible expense. That'd be number 17, consulting fees. And that could include management consulting, marketing consulting, whatever the case is. Number 18, continuing education. Let's say you're going to a convention or a trade show. Whatever the case is, you want to learn a little bit. You want to help expand your business based on this continuing education, whatever the case is, meeting or maybe even online certification. Continuing education is a deductible expense. Cost of goods sold. I think that goes without saying. So if you're investing in your business, you end up turning around and selling a widget, that would be construed as a cost of goods sold. That would be deductible. Number 20, credit card convenience fees. Yep. Credit card convenience fees. Even let's say you're being charged 1.5%, that's a deductible expense, believe it or not, or whatever the number is. It doesn't have to be 1.5%. Whatever the number is, that's a deductible expense. Now, what I should say, take a little break. Once again, we're going over the 75 deductions that typically the government allows. I'm going to remind you, you have to talk to a tax professional, investment professional, etc., to go over specifics. But this, in general, is a list that hopefully some of the people out there will be advantaged by benefiting because they potentially are missing out some of these deductions. There's a lot of times people will call us and ask us what's deductible, what's not. Even some of the finance or tax professionals will ask us the same thing. Well, that's why we're going over this list. Really, it's based on demand. Number 21, depreciation. Depreciation of assets. Let's say real estate. You go in, you put in a really, really nice, whatever the case is, another roof as an example. You can depreciate it over X number of years. Well, there you go. That's a deduction because you can depreciate it over X number of years. That roof gets older and older and older, so you're losing value. That's a depreciation, and it's also